Ladies and gentlemen, once again welcome back to our channel, and the topic for today's JCL tutorial is JCL symbolic parameters. Today's presentation is divided into four sections. First one is introduction to JCL symbolic parameters. In this section we will focus on the definition of JCL, JCL procedures, that is catalog and in-stream procedures, and finally we'll focus on the definition of symbolic parameters. In second section we will focus on how to define and pass values to symbolic parameters which is defined in your JCL proc. In third section we will primarily focus on the set statement and the concatenation of symbolic parameters. We'll also look at an example so that you can have a good understanding of how you can use set statement in your JCLs. And the last section is JCL symbolic parameter example, and in this section we will focus on an example that will explain how to use symbolic parameter in your procedures and how you can pass values to those symbolic parameters from your JCL. So ladies and gentlemen, before I start with today's presentation, I would request you all to do subscribe to our channel because we need your support to grow our channel. And in case if you have already subscribed to our channel, then I would like to say a big thank you for your subscription. So let's get started with introduction to JCL symbolic parameters. So the term JCL stands for Job Control Language, and it is basically the command language of the z/OS operating system. JCL actually provide a mechanism for the program to read input and write output to the requested physical resources. Now let's look at the definition of JCL procedures or proc. So a JCL procedure or JCL proc is actually a pre-written segment of code consisting of one or more job steps that can be included in a job stream. JCL procedures are actually divided into two categories. First one is catalog procedure and the second one is in-stream procedures. And I have already created a detailed video on JCL procedures, so you can check the link on the right hand side of your screen. Now let's look at the definition of JCL symbolic parameter. So a symbolic parameter is a character string which is preceded by an ampersand, and the first character after ampersand must be an alphabet. And symbolic parameters can be used in both catalog procedure and in-stream procedure, and the value to these symbolic parameters is supplied by the invoking JCL. Now let's look at the benefit of using JCL symbolic parameters. So the first one is that you can customize same proc for multiple jobs. And the second important benefit of using symbolic parameter is that it is easy to modify the parameter as and when it is required. Now let's move on to the next section where we'll focus on how to define a JCL symbolic parameter and how you can pass values to these symbolic parameters with the help of JCL. A symbolic parameter is an elegant way to create a JCL procedure. In fact, it gives more flexibility to the programmer, and you can use symbolic parameter in both catalog and in-stream procedure. And it can be used as many number of times as you want in your procedures. And following are a couple of important rules that I want to highlight before we move to see how exactly we can define and pass values to these symbolic parameters. So the first rule is that you must code a period as a delimiter between the symbolic parameter name and the text that follows it. If you want a period to appear immediately after a symbolic parameter, then you have to code two periods despite of a single period. Point number 2, in case if you want to nullify the value of a symbolic parameter, then you must code the symbolic parameter name followed by an equal sign without a value. That means after equal you should not specify any value, or you should not assign any value to the symbolic parameter that you have defined. Now let's look at the following example. So in this example you have a catalog procedure and a JCL which is calling this particular catalog procedure. So in this procedure I have used two symbolic parameter. First one is %PRQ and the second one is %class, and I'm passing the value of these two parameters from the JCL. And if you notice that the JCL execute statement is used to pass the value of these symbolic parameters. So for class I am passing the value as F, and for high level PRQ qualifier I am passing the value as TP01. Now let's move on to the next section, that is set statement. In this section we will focus on how you can use set statement to assign value to these symbolic parameters. So the set statement is another important way to assign values to the symbolic parameter. In contrast to an execute statement or a proc statement, the set statement allows you to assign value to the symbolic parameter at any time or point in your JCL. And remember, the value assigned by the set statement can be overridden by the values that are coded in the invoking execute statement or the proc statement. Now let's focus on set statement syntax. So the syntax of set statement is pretty simple and straightforward. You need to specify the set keyword followed by a symbolic parameter that you have already used in your proc, and then you have to use an equal sign followed by a value. Now let's look at an example so that you can understand how you can use set statement to pass values to the symbolic parameter. So again I've used the same proc and the same JCL, and in this catalog procedure I've used two symbolic parameter. First one is %PRQ and the second one is %class. And if you look at the JCL, I've used the set statement to assign F to the class and TP01 to PRQ. So I've highlighted this with arrow so that you can clearly understand how exactly things are working. And I hope you notice that in my exe statement or JCL execute statement, I have again specified the class as G. So finally, the value of symbolic class parameter would be G, because as you remember that any value which is specified on JCL execute statement will get precedence and it will override the value which was assigned by the set statement. Now let's move on to the next section, that is concatenation of symbolic parameters. JCL symbolic parameter can be concatenated with a constant, and a delimiter is required if a symbolic parameter precedes a constant. And remember, the period does not appear in the resulting value. If a period is required between the parameter and a following constant, then you need to specify two periods. Now let's look at a couple of examples so that you can have a good understanding of how you can concatenate the symbolic parameters. Now let's look at the following table. So you have 4 columns, and the second column is concatenated symbolic parameters. In third column you have a value, so you can use either set statement or probably a JCL execute statement to assign value to the symbolic parameters. And the last column is actually a result, so what would be the outcome if you assign specific value to the symbolic parameter. Now let's look at the first example. So in this we have a DSN name equals to $var1. So var1 is actually my symbolic parameter, and I've assigned TP01 to it, and the output is DSN equals to TP01. Similarly, in example 2, I've used DSN name equals to $var1 simple bracket $var2, and in this case I've used TP01 as symbolic parameter var1 value and EMP_sal as var2 value. And if you see the output, it says DSN name equals to TP01 bracket EMP_sal. So actually it is referring to a member which is stored in a PDS, that is TP01. And similarly, if you look at the example number 3, you have DSN name equals to $var1 period. Again you have a period A, which is a constant, dot file, right? So I'm just specifying a file name. So again you have I've assigned var1 as TP02, So the output would be dsn name equals to tp02.a.file. So this is an actual name of a file. Similarly, if you look at the example number 4, I've used ampersand prcname.lib and I've assigned the value of prcname symbolic parameter as proc. So the output is proclib. In example number 5, you have AB followed by a symbolic parameter C followed by D. And I've assigned a null value to symbolic parameter C and the output is ABD. Similarly, if you look at the example number 6, I've used spaces ampersand CYVL and I've assigned this value as 10, 2, and if you see the resultant output, it says space simple bracket 10, 2, right? So this is how you can use set statement or execute statement to add, modify or nullify the symbolic parameters, and this is how you can concatenate various symbolic parameters to create a desired file name or a parameter value. Now let's move on to the last section, that is JCL symbolic parameter example. So in general, you might have come across with a situation where you need to modify the file name or you need to pass additional information to the program which is used in a proc. So in such situation, if you do not have symbolic parameters in your proc, then you have to use proc overriding technique to modify the file name or to pass the additional information to your program. And in case if you are using symbolic parameters in your proc, then probably you can use the set statement to change the value of those parameters. And in fact, using the set statement is a more preferable approach rather than opting for an proc overriding technique. Now let's look at the following example. So again, I've used the same catalog procedure and a sample JCL to call that particular catalog procedure. So if you notice that I've used two symbolic parameter, first one is ampersand PRQ and the second one is ampersand class. And if you notice the JCL, I've used the set statement to assign value to these symbolic parameters, and similarly I have used asterisk as a default value of the class parameter, so that is already highlighted with a green color, right? And similarly, if you see the step 01 in the JCL, I've used the class value as G. So the value that I've assigned with the help of set statement will be overridden by the value that I've specified at the exe statement, right? So this is how actually you can use symbolic parameters in your proc and your JCLs. So ladies and gentlemen, this marks an end to our today's presentation, and I would request you all to do subscribe to our channel because we need your support to grow our channel. And in case if you have any question, then please do mention that in the comment section and I'm going to respond back after this presentation. And in case if you like this video, then share it with your friends, and in case if you don't like this video, then please do mention the feedback so that I can know what extra you're looking for, and I'm 100% sure that in my next video I'm going to get all those details that you're looking for. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for listening so patiently. Bye bye and take care.